What is up, y'all? I'm back, and today I decided to bless y'all with a fresh batch of cringe. I've got 3 stories today that are just absolutely absurd, but then again, if you really think about it, y'all know I got them directly from Twitter, so I'm sure none of y'all are too surprised to hear that, but yeah, man, let's just roll this shit. It's pretty funny, not gonna lie. I'm sure it'll be a good time, and I'm sure it'll be oh so educational, as always. So I got this first story directly from Drama Alert. This was posted the other day. It says, NBA star LaMelo Ball fined $100K for saying no homo. So I'm not even gonna try and lie to y'all. This shit is mad funny. So it would appear that LaMelo Ball of the Charlotte Hornets got into a little bit of a controversy here, you could say. It's just absolutely wild. I don't understand what happened to harmless jokes, a little bit of humor here and there, sprinkle a little bit of your personality into the post-game interviews here. Like, my man wasn't even referring to anyone in particular, and my man just got ass blasted. No homo, as LaMelo Ball would say. Actually, nah, fuck that. Full homo. This is in fact full homo. $100,000 for saying no homo is diabolical. Like, this shit is like borderline dastardly even. Like, shit, I guess the NBA was really hurting for money or something. Guess that rent was due, maybe? I just don't even get, like, where this money goes anyway. Like, does anyone actually know that? I've always wondered that. I wouldn't be too shocked if it just directly lined the commissioner's pockets or something. They fuck up, they say, in this case, no homo. And then suddenly the fucking commissioner's laughing to the bank with $100,000 in his pocket for some other player's fuck up. I really wouldn't be too surprised if that was how things went down. And let's be real here for a second. These dudes are multi-millionaires, so, like, yeah, it is stupid as fuck for, like, us, the fans, the normal people, the true American patriots that condemn cancel culture and censoring people and all that. But at the end of the day, this is not going to break the bank for LaMelo. I'm sure of it. And so I'm just left here wondering, like, what's the point of all this? I promise you, bro's gonna continue to make these no homo jokes. If this was like some, attempt to take the moral high ground, change this man for the better by instilling some sort of like tolerance bullshit into him. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but y'all are most definitely wasting your time with that venture. Like, seriously, tell me, what is the point of this? Like, seriously, help me out. Ridiculous and annoying at most, honestly, because again, he didn't target anyone in particular. It was just funny. Like, this guy isn't that old. He's actually, I checked his age. He's 23 years old. That's fucking crazy. He's younger than I am. And yeah, I grew up saying no homo. Like, that's just how it is. You could take it or leave it. It's funny as fuck. You can't tell me otherwise. And so I don't know what to really tell y'all. It's not like he's being malicious with it. It's just a little bit of jokes, a little bit of humor. And like I said, he was just sprinkling his personality into the post-game interview, trying to make a little joke. It's not like he's out here with malicious intent, like, hey, you fucking fat. Whoa, chill. But yeah, y'all as the rest of society, you can make all the jokes you want, you making fun of me for, I don't know, having a small dick or being broke, being worthless, being retarded, the list goes on and on. But, the second someone makes a harmless joke targeted towards a, marginalized group of people, suddenly we'd be out here losing our shit. We need to do better and start making no homo jokes again. Never forget what they took from us. Our next story is all about setting sail in search of the great unknown on some One Piece type shit. This is truly the adventure of a lifetime. You are not going to want to miss out on this. Cruise line offers 4-year trip for Americans wishing to skip Trump's second term. A cruise company is offering Americans a 4-year escape from President-elect Donald Trump's second term in the White House. Florida-based cruise company Villa V Residences recently announced the launch of its Tour La Vie program, allowing passengers to spend up to 4 years visiting over 140 countries, all while avoiding the United States of America. The Tour La Vie trip offers a variety of extended stays aboard the Villa V Odyssey, including a 1-year, quote, escape from reality cruise, a 2-year midterm selection, a 3-year everywhere but home option, and the 4-year skip forward trip. Nah, man, so let's go ahead and break this down. I just want to say first and foremost that when it comes to corny shit, this one takes the cake, I'm afraid. Like, a 4-year cruise to escape Donald Trump's presidency, like, how fucking stupid is that? Like, regardless of the political candidate, Like, it's not that serious, bro, I promise. I will say, maybe they were in their bag. There's some fucking weirdos out there that just think like the world is gonna just cease to exist or some shit. So, maybe they knew what they were doing. I don't know. But you've got these 4 different packages. So you got like the 1 year, the 2 year, the 3 year, and the 4 year. Who the fuck is really gonna want to stay on a boat for that long? I know I wouldn't personally. You boy, I don't know. Give me 7 hours tops. I'm seasick, bro. But yeah, like I said, pretty stupid idea. This is pretty overly dramatic, I would say. But they definitely know their audience here, I will say. We came up with this marketing campaign before we even know who would win. Regardless of who would have won, you would have half of the population upset, CEO Michael Peterson told Newsweek. Quite frankly, we don't have a political view one way or the other. We just wanted to give people who feel threatened to have a way to get out. So, whoa. Okay, so there's a lot of things going on here. So, we can gather a boat together. We can get a bunch of suckers to get on this boat and pay, God knows how much to do this little cruise here just to escape Donald Trump's presidency. We can do all of that. But what we're not gonna fucking do is sit up here on our fucking soapbox, Mr. CEO Michael Peterson. We're not gonna sit up here and fucking lie, because we all know damn well that this was not made before the election results were in. They were cashing in on the fact that people hate Donald Trump, and they were cashing in on the fact that the media hates Donald Trump. That's just a fact. How much really like hate slander did you see for the other side of politics? That's just my 2 cents. I highly doubt that they came up with this idea before they knew who won. I'm just not buying it. And also, they said that they don't have a political view one way or another, and yet I'm supposed to sit here and believe that as they have these packages that are called Escape from Reality, Midterm Selection, Everywhere But Home, and Skip Forward. Like, it sounds like you've got a pretty strong conviction one way or another, seeing as though you named the packages this. You have pretty strong, passionate feelings. So I highly doubt that there is a no bias here. But I digress. That's honestly neither here nor there. But this is where it gets really crazy. So while prices start at just under $40,000 per year, single occupancy cabins for the full 4 years start at $256,000 doubloons, with double occupancy running up to $320,000 for a trip. All food and drinks are included in the price, as well as Wi-Fi and medical visits. Housekeeping is provided weekly, and laundry service is bi-weekly, each with no additional cost, while alcohol is only included at dinner. So again, a lot to break down here. So those prices are absolutely insane. I like that little bit at the end there, free meals and whatnot. Yeah, I'd sure hope dinner is free, because Jesus H. Christ, that would be even more expensive. But can I just say that, all things considered, even with all of that included, this still ain't fucking worth it. Because hear me out here, alcohol only being available at dinner time is kind of a turnoff, not gonna lie. I'm just supposed to get lost at sea without my shower beer in the morning, or, my 9 o'clock tequila shots, my 9 a.m. ragers, so to speak. You got me fucked up on all that. Hell nah. But nah, like, in all seriousness, who has the money for this? Like, I love how this is way too fucking expensive for the people that politics actually affects, i.e. the middle class, the poor people. All these celebrities and whatnot bitching about the election and wanting to get away on this cruise and all that. The outcome of the election is absolutely meaningless for people like that. And so I'm just sitting here scratching my head, thinking, who the fuck is gonna buy this? Who's gonna buy this? Nobody's gonna buy this. According to Peterson, Villa V Residences is already experiencing, quote, a huge uptick in calls after announcing the cruise on November 7th. All right, well, fuck me then, I guess. I stand corrected. What the fuck? But nah, that's crazy. But Peterson said the cruise had hosted 2 separate watch parties for passengers on board during election night, with one group watching Fox News and the other viewing MSNBC. They didn't want to talk to one another, he told the outlet. They wanted to stay away from one another. At the end of the day, everyone there isn't there to talk politics. They actually have similar lifestyles. There wasn't any sort of issues or anything. So yeah, the whole gimmick here is, to escape politics. No one's interested in politics, and yet they're still obsessed and wrapped up in the results of the election, glued to their televisions there on the cruise. What the fuck, man? And they're even encouraging people to get back involved with like mail-in ballots and, like I said, displaying it on the TVs. Almost like they're forcing it upon you by having it on the TVs. And am I the only one not seeing the cringe here? Seeing the irony here? Like, this whole thing is just stupid as fuck. The whole gimmick is to escape politics and, Trump's term and all that specifically, but they can't stop talking about it. It's like that homie that claims, oh, I'm over my ex, fuck that bitch, but then he won't shut up about her. Like, dude, which is it? This whole thing is just so funny to me. Like, I'm sorry, I have to say this, but I genuinely hope this stupid ass boat and its associated cash grab full of retards sinks on some Titanic shit. Like, I just don't understand how people can be so upset about the results of the election to the point where they would actually consider doing this. Like, boo-hoo, your guy didn't win the election. Oh no! Anyway, life goes on. Like, why do people get so overconsumed by people that, let's be honest here, don't give a single fuck about you in any way, shape, or form? It's honestly baffling and really kind of sad that these losers who this cruise line are egregiously taking advantage of are this genuinely scared, sad, and or upset. Like, what a shitty existence, honestly. That's just my opinion, though. And for our final story of the day, so we're all familiar with Twitch and how seemingly they just can't do really anything right whatsoever. Like, put a bunch of monkeys in there with symbols, hamsters on their little wheel and whatnot, and I promise you they could shit out a better video game streaming platform, or better yet, put my dumb ass in there, and I guarantee you things would improve. I'm so dead ass convicted in that at this point. But yeah, we are all familiar with Twitch and their whole, adpocalypse thing that's going on. There's been a lot of discussion on whose fault it is. You've got the big names over there, Hasan, Asmongold, people like that, just cannibalizing each other. It's actually, ironically enough, been kind of funny to see people's livelihoods go down the shitter, at least in this regard. I'm totally kidding. It's genuinely kind of concerning, but I doubt anything too crazy will come of this. But honestly, none of this really surprises me at this point, because you've got dumb motherfuckers like Hasan who are at the forefront of everyone's For You page, and I just can't say I'm surprised that this is going on, seeing as though Twitch practically waterboards you with his awful content. Like, when him and his friends get on there and just start saying crazy shit, of course the advertisers are gonna be pissed, and they're throwing this thing at the front of Twitch, like, everyone's seeing it. It's the first thing you see practically when you get on there, But speaking of the dude Hasan, he's involved in yet another controversy, and I just don't understand how people are continuing to support this fraud at this point. Get a load of this.
By the way, the brothel thing is crazy because he openly admitted that he knows.
Let's pull it up on stream. What I know. I think we should. This is the brothel. There we go. Hell's Angel brothel raided by 900 officers, say the German police. Tax and custom investigators swoop in on Artemis, Berlin's biggest sex club. This is where Hasan said that he had sex with a prostitute, as authorities allege that women were exploited and possibly trafficked. More than 900 police, tax and customs investigators have raided Berlin's biggest brothel, charging it linked to the Hells Angel biker gang and making 6 arrests. They detained 2 managers of the so-called nude sauna club, Artemis, and 4 madams in the raid, in which they encountered 117 sex workers and more than 100 clients. Prostitution is legal in Germany, but police charge that the 4-story brothel complex constituted a brutal and illegal system that severely exploited dependent women. Suck a dick, Hasan. I ain't fucked no prostitute at a place that got raided for fucking human trafficking. You have, pervert ass fucking old fucking motherfucker.
Was it they were fucking raided for tax evasion, basically. Like, he's saying, like, it's fine, they weren't raided for sex trafficking, but it doesn't matter, I'm just gonna keep lying about it. Okay.
So I've always wondered why this dude has a platform, because at the surface, in case y'all are fortunate enough to not know this guy, well, sorry to ruin your day, but he's arguably the biggest loser ever. He's arguably the biggest political commentator on Twitch as well, and he's super socialist, or at least so it seems, because the dude literally reaps all the benefits of a capitalistic society with his multi-million-dollar home and his cars and his lifestyle, going to this brothel and all that. But yeah, he's a socialist, wrap your head around all that. But this dude is always saying the craziest unhinged shit, encouraging violence towards right-wing ideologists and overall just really out of touch and or insensitive things, duping his brainwashed fan base. He came out one time and said that streaming is harder than a 9 to 5, which is absurd. But now we've got this dude, first of all, bragging about fucking a prostitute at a nasty ass brothel. Like, that ain't quite the flex you think it is, dog. You're so rich and successful, and might I add, good looking too. I'm gonna keep it real here. It's cool though, because like LaMelo said, no homo, am I right? But nah, like, if you're rich, successful, and good looking like he is, and that's the best you can pull, something is seriously wrong. Like, that's not the flex he thinks it is, because first of all, gross. But second, what a bad image that he's portraying for advertisers and Twitch and his viewers alike. This is just one of many reasons why this adpocalypse does not surprise me. Bragging about something that's illegal in his home country, prostitution. Not only that, but he actively went to this brothel where in the shadows there's even more nefarious shit going on. Allegedly there's this human trafficking ring taking place there, where arrests have literally been made, and he's still somehow supporting his decision, and the brothel in question, being ridiculed. Like, you can't make this shit up, man. Hasan may honestly be retard of the decade. I'm not kidding. As if it's not terrible enough to condone this, but he's also sitting there lying about it when all it takes is a quick Google search to confirm his tax evasion story is bullshit. But yeah, you didn't think about research and constructing a sound argument, did you, Hasan? That shit is not in your forte, clearly. What a loser, man. Like I said, how does he have supporters? Who's genuinely tuning into the new Hasan stream? What the fuck? As a matter of fact, if I ever catch my son consuming that garbage, I'ma slap-a-dab-a-doo his goofy ass, you know what I'm saying? But just coming full circle here, Hasan is terrible. Who's to say he wasn't involved in all of this somehow if he's supporting it? And I just don't understand why this content exists, and I really don't understand why Twitch is forcing it to the forefront of viewers' pages, and then on the other hand, being surprised that this is going on. Like, how are we supposed to be surprised when shit hits the fan if you're actively supporting people like Hasan? But yeah, this has been a little longer than I expected. That's pretty much it. No outro. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and if you don't, you've got a small peepee. Bye.